Hey y'all, today on Restless Chipotle, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite emergency 30-minute pizza crust with just 3 ingredients and about 10 minutes in the oven. You only need 3 ingredients for this pizza crust. You're going to need self-rising flour, bread flour, and beer. I like to add olive oil too, but that is totally optional and up to you. No rising, no yeast, no waiting. I'm starting with self-rising flour, and I'm going to add to that about 1/2 cup of bread flour. If you've only got the self-rising flour, you can just use that. The bread flour just gives it a little more chew and structure, so it tastes more like pizza dough from a pizza restaurant. And remember, the self-rising flour has got the baking powder and all of the leavenings and salt and everything in it, so we don't need to add salt to this. Since I'm using a cast iron skillet, I've already put mine in the oven as the oven is preheating to 500 degrees. It's going to be super hot on the bottom. When the dough goes in, it's going to get that nice crispy bottom crust. Now we're going to add the beer. Now, if you've just got room temperature beer, add that. If your beer came straight out of the fridge like mine did, add that. This is 12 ounces, and I'm just going to pour that right in there. And I'm just going to mix this until the dough starts to come together. If it seems to be too dry, then you can add either a little more beer if you have it. That might mean opening another bottle, which will force you to drink the leftovers, or add a little water. Also, if you get very generous with the beer and you pour the whole thing in there and then realize that you probably should have started with 10 ounces instead of 12 ounces, so you have a big gloppy mess like that, all you have to do is grab a little bit more flour and stir that in there, and it'll be just fine. This is a very forgiving recipe. Just stir it in like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons at a time. What you don't want to do is overcorrect and then have to add more liquid, then overcorrect and have to add more flour, and so on and so on. So learn from me. Start with 10 ounces of the beer. It may be different. Like today, it's getting ready to thunderstorm, so the air pressure is different. There's a lot of moisture in the air. All of those things make a difference. I've said it before, and I know this is true. I don't know. I just got to talking and I wasn't thinking about it when I poured the beer in. I'm also going to add about 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil to the dough. You don't technically have to add it, but I do think it's really going to improve the texture of your pizza dough. All right. This is still a sticky dough, which is fine. What we're going to do is we're going to lightly flour the countertop, turn the dough out just like it was a big thing of yeast dough, and we're going to just lightly knead it for about a minute. With biscuits, you don't want to knead them very much, but when you're talking about something like pizza dough, you want to develop that gluten, however much gluten there is in the flour. And you just want to, it's going to be sticky. You just want to knead it until it feels smooth, and add flour as you need to, but not too much. If you feel like it's too sticky to work with, or you have sensory issues like I do, you can put some oil on your hands if you handle the oil better than you handle the sticky flour, and finish kneading it that way. Once you've got it kneaded and the dough is smooth, just let it rest while the oven finishes preheating, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then don't expect your dough to rise in that 10 minutes. This is not a yeast dough, so it's not going to rise. What we let the dough rest for was because it helps the dough to hydrate, and it's easier to work with, and it'll have a better texture. Which also means that if you don't have that 10 minutes to let it hydrate and sit and rest, and your oven is already preheated, you can just go ahead and roll it out. That's not a problem. Now what you're going to do is either roll it or stretch it. And I usually do kind of a combination of the two, but I think this dough I'm going to stretch. I think it'll be easier. Anyway, you're just going to very gently stretch it out into a circle. You want to make it about the same size as the pan. If it's smaller, that's not a problem, but if you roll it out way bigger than your pan, it's just going to be hard to fit in there. You don't want to get it super thin, and make your edges a little thicker, just like on a regular pizza. Make your edges have a little crust on there so it can hold your filling in. Now remember, this skillet is super hot when it comes out of the oven. I'm going to brush just a tiny bit of olive oil on the bottom of the pan and around the side edges. If you get little holes like that, just take a little bit of dough from the other one if you want to, or from this one, and patch the holes up. They'll be fine. What we're going to do is we're going to pre-bake this crust for about 5 minutes, and it's already starting to cook because we put the crust in a really hot pan. If you're putting it in like a regular baking pan, then you're going to wait and put it in the pan while it's not hot, okay? Once you get the crust in the pan, put a little bit of olive oil on there and brush that on. I did not mean to do quite that much, but there you go. The only time you're going to preheat the pan is if you are going to cook it on a pizza stone, or you're cooking it in a cast iron skillet like this. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 5 minutes to pre-bake, and then I'll be back. Once the pizza crust is baked, we're going to just brush it or rub it with a little bit of olive oil, not too much. Using a pastry brush is a good idea. I know I don't always do that. And then we're going to put on our pizza sauce. Find one that you like. I haven't found one that I like yet. If you've got a pizza sauce you really love, please leave me a comment and tell me what it is so I can try it. Making it homemade is the best, but I don't always have time to do that. Okay, once we get the pizza sauce on there, we're going to put on our cheese, and then it's going to go back in the oven for about 10 minutes. And I'll see you back here then. All right, y'all, look at that. Our crust is gorgeous, crispy on the bottom, chewy, delicious. All your favorite toppings go right on top, just like regular pizza. Does it taste exactly like pizza crust, regular pizza crust? No. Does it have the same exact texture as pizza crust? No. Is it close? Yes. It's perfect for when you just don't have time to make the pizza crust from scratch with yeast. I do have a no-knead yeast pizza dough that that you keep in the fridge, and it's good for up to a week. You just spoon out what you need all week long, and I will link to that right up here or right here or wherever it shows up. Other than that, this is delicious. I hope you try it. I hope you love it. I hope you come back next week, okay? Just want to make cooking easy, right? Nobody wants to stand around for 2 hours stirring a pot on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night or Thursday night. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.